Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about whether or not you should wash your starter locks. So if you made it to this video, you're actually thinking about whether or not you can wash the dreadlocks that you have now, or you're just thinking about getting dreadlocks and if you're going to be able to wash them in the future. And trust me bro, I already know all about the concerns of whether or not your hair is going to actually unravel if you put water in it, because your hair just started. I'm aware of all those worries, so all the questions that you have about washing your starter locks is going to be answered today in this video. So stay tuned for that if you guys want to see this video. So before we actually get into all the details about whether or not you guys should wash your hair or not, I wanted to actually just take 1 second to say thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys for subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys for supporting. And if you guys are new to the channel, if this is your first time seeing this channel, I actually post a lot of dreadlock content. I plan on doing some more lifestyle content, probably some vlogs, some just some other type of stuff that I have in mind. So if you guys are wanting to see that, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, because it's going to be a lot more content coming soon. So I appreciate you guys, and also make sure you guys leave a like for the YouTube algorithm. It really does help, so thank you guys. All right guys, so in this video I'm actually going to break it up into 3 parts. Okay, I'm going to break it up into should you wash your starter locks, when you should wash your starter locks, and how to wash your starter locks. Now I want you guys to understand that when we're talking about starter locks, we're talking about locks that take months to a year to actually lock up. So we cannot just not wash our hair for a whole year. That's not gonna work, right? But I really do want to change you guys' perspective on just like the idea of washing you guys' locks, because washing really is not a bad thing. So what happens when you wash your hair, especially when you're on like the 4s, the higher on the scale you are for the hair type, the more curlier it is, and the more tangled up it's gonna get every time you wash and stuff like that. So when water hits your hair, it does loosen up, but when it dries back up, it compacts back together. You know what I'm saying? So the more it's compacting back together, the more it's tangling up, and that's exactly what dreadlocks are. It's just matted up hair, tangled up hair. That's exactly what dreadlocks are. So in the long run, washing your hair really isn't a bad thing. At first I was under the impression of this, but it's really not a bad thing, just because if you look at the science behind washing your hair, it makes total sense to wash your hair if you want dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I consider starter locks is really that 1 year mark. Your hair is not really locking up until 6 months to a year. So what I consider starter locks is that day 1 to that year mark. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind when I'm talking about starter lock phase in this video. So technically washing your starter lock is not a bad thing if you do it the right way, and I'm going to get into that later in this video, so stay tuned for that. Now for the question you guys have been waiting for, when should you wash your starter locks? I know that's a question that is definitely like popular in the dreadlock community, because I see a lot of people trying to figure it out. I see a lot of people saying a couple different things, so this is just my perspective on it. So as you guys know, when you get starter locks, you actually start off with those coils, right? So basically what those coils are when you first start off your starter locks is just loose hair twisted up within each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just loosened up hair twisted up within each other. So it's no really like permanent hold on it. It's nothing that's holding it together really. It's literally just loose hair twisted up. I would wait a month to actually wash my starter locks, because like I just said, it's just loosened up hair twisted within each other. You know what I'm saying? So it has no foundation, has no any type of hold. It's literally starter locks. So I believe that you guys should wait. Just give it a month. I'd say just give it a month to let it get in its form. You know what I'm saying? Let it shape the way it's supposed to a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be all the way locked, of course, after that month, but you just give it a chance to actually have some type of foundation. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And then when you come back, your hair is gonna be a lot less prone to unraveling. Now wait a second, I know some of you guys are sitting here looking like, do I have to wait a whole month? Like maybe I'm an active person, maybe I play football, maybe I play soccer, maybe I play basketball, maybe I'm literally sweating on a daily basis from exercise, from different things. Maybe my scalp is dry, maybe I have a whole bunch of dandruff that I just can't deal with, and I have to wash my hair. You do not have to wait that month. That's just my suggestion. Now maybe you literally cannot not wash your hair within that first month. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have any of those reasons that I mentioned previously, or some other type of reason that you just literally have to wash your hair. If any reason between that day 1 to 1 month range and you have to wash your hair, this is what I would recommend to you guys. Now one thing that you guys can do is actually get a wave cap or a do-rag. Okay, yes, you guys can put this over your head, and yes, the soap and the water is gonna get in between your scalp. It's gonna definitely get your hair correctly. You know what I'm saying? So, and what you're gonna want to do is put that wave cap over your head and then actually gently wash your scalp. Like I'm saying, like your scalp, actually, like focus on the scalp. You don't have to run your hands through your starter locks, because yes, that's literally gonna unravel your hair. You don't want to do that. So, and basically what that does is keep all the locks in place. You know what I'm saying? Because a wave cap is pretty tight. If you put a do-rag on, you tie it tight enough, it's gonna be tight as well. But when you put a wave cap on, it's pretty tight, keeps all the dreads in a certain place. So that's really the main thing with that. And for a method without the wave cap or a do-rag, if you don't want to do that, there's another thing that you guys can do. And what you guys can do is actually just wash your hair regularly, right? And then when you put the shampoo in your hair, make sure you're just focusing on the scalp. With both these methods, I would say focus on the scalp. And while you're focusing on the scalp, make sure you guys take the individual dreadlocks, right, and actually twist it into the form of a dreadlock. You know, just twist it the way it's already going, and then you know what that's gonna do is just gonna, you know, keep the hold in there as much as possible. And it's gonna keep from other dreadlocks, you know, mixing in with other. Because if you're doing all this right here, you know, if you're doing all this, you know, in the shower, then you know your hair's gonna mix up and it's gonna unravel, especially with starter locks. Okay, this video is for starter locks, so just keep that in mind. So guys, in conclusion, yes, you should wash your starter lock. I believe that you guys should give it a month to actually set its foundation, set its form in, to actually start washing. And also after that 1 month period, you guys can definitely use those methods that I just told you guys about with the wave cap, the do-rag, or the twisting in the shower, twisting, you know, while you're washing your hair method. So those are my tips for you guys, and I hope you guys learned something today. If you guys did learn something today, make sure you guys hit that like button for the algorithm. Make sure you guys subscribe for more dreadlock content, more content just in general. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.